Hello, audience. I found something pretty shocking on the internet. It's I think it's about a news clip about how TSA agents are treating people at airports with the with the strip search scanners and the pat downs. And first, I want to tell you about my experience with the TSA. I flew to Dallas Fort Worth. This is like a few weeks ago. I was catching a connecting flight to Detroit Metro to visit my friend Ryan. And okay, the plane lands at Dallas Fort Worth. I join a queue, and the first thing they do is take your photograph and take a scan of all your fingers. So obviously, maybe to check them against databases to have you on record, and in case you commit a crime in the future. I'm thinking like, yeah, that's okay now. I knew a lot of airports had these scanners. I didn't know whether Dallas Fort Worth did or not. And then you have to join a queue where these where you have to step inside this machine, and it these metal bar things like a scanner around you kind of thing. And what they do is they actually send like radio waves, radiation, whatever it is, and they take a picture of you under your clothes to see if you're carrying like a nuclear bomb or something, or a machete, or kinds of things that you wouldn't be able to fit under your clothes anyway. The photos are actually very graphic. I've seen some online. It actually comes out as a negative, but it's still very graphic, and anyone with basic Photoshop software can press a click, and then you got somebody in full color with no clothes on. It's very sick, very perverted, and I would have thought against the Fourth Amendment. But because there's no cause to search people, because you actually need grounds to be able to do that to somebody if you understand the Fourth Amendment. So I said, no, I'm not going through it. And the TSA agent screamed, opt out, opt out, opt out. And we have an opt out. And so everybody in the airport's looking at me. Then they said I'd have to have a pat down. Did I want to go into a private room? And I said, no, you can do it right here. I did this so I would have lots of witnesses. So if anything really untoward happened, I'd be able to have legal protection against it. Well, they pat me down. They found nothing, obviously, because I'm not a terrorist wanting to blow up planes anyway. And they said, oh, okay, you can go. Sorry about the inconvenience. Yeah, right. And then I went on my way. So you have everyday law-abiding citizens being treated as criminals. This is the kind of behaviour you expect to the kind of thing you have to expect to put up with in a high-security prison for like mass murderers and rapists and this kind of thing. And even they have rights, more rights than it seems like law-abiding citizens who want to catch a plane, so it seems. And this video shows the worst of the TSA. And those of you who are Christians, we need to know that this is only the beginning of what's going to happen. Eventually, you won't be able to buy like anything with cash. You'll have to use credit card for everything. They will one day force you to take like a mark, maybe an RFID chip in your hand, which is the mark of the beast. Or some other kind of tattoo, microchip implant or something. And they're also talking about bringing tasers, taser bracelets, in case you want to cause trouble on a plane, so they can taser you remotely. It's pretty sick. But anyway, here's a video. Watch.
11 reality enforced by the Transportation Security Administration, the TSA. But as CBS 2 investigator Pam Zeckman reports, thousands of travelers have complained that some of these screenings can become abusive, even X-rated.
For arguing with a TSA agent, this woman winds up being slammed to the floor. She's filed a lawsuit.
I kept begging them over and over again, get off of me, get off of me, get off of me, and they wouldn't stop.
And it wasn't enough for another woman to show TSA agents nipple rings that set off a metal detector. The agents forced her to take them out.
I had to get the pliers and pull it apart.
Here in Chicago, we watched as passengers like this man are subjected to exhaustive security checks. He's patted down, his wheelchair is examined, and his hands are swabbed, all in public view in a see-through room at the security checkpoint. And he's not alone.
It's humiliation.
71-year-old Robert Perry was also taken to a room like this by a TSA agent when his artificial knee set off the metal detector.
He yelled at me, "No, get the belt off. I told you to get the belt off." So I took the belt off. He ran his hands down over and pulled the pants down. They went down around my ankles.
At that point, Perry was standing in his underwear in public view. He asked to see a supervisor. That made things worse.
She was yelling, "I have power! I have power! I have power!"
The power to stop him from flying to Florida with his wife that day to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary.
Make you feel like you have no rights.
Perry says he always alerts TSA agents about his metal knee and wonders why they can't just check his leg.
If somebody told me that I'm going to save the people on the airplane by taking my pants off out in public on there, I wouldn't mind doing it. But this was not necessary.
TSA officials say that when the metal detector goes off, their agents must resolve what caused the alarm. But experts say it's important to use common sense when balancing security with customer service. Carlos Villarreal is the former director of security for the Sears Tower. He says proper training is crucial.
When you're wanding somebody and you can identify which point or which part of their body set off the alarm, that should be sufficient to clear a person.
But all too often, it's not sufficient for 16-year-old Michael Angone. She frequently flies as a member of the Chicago Children's Choir.
I've had to completely take my pants off and show them like my entire leg before.
As a baby, Angone was diagnosed with cancer. Her parents, Chicago police officers, had to have her leg amputated. She always warns TSA security agents that her prosthetic leg will set off the metal detector, but many insist on doing an embarrassing full-body pat-down.
Then I feel like I'm being felt up in public.
What's the reason for all the feeling up? The groping at the back of the neck, the chest, underneath the bra, all the groping on her body, her buttocks.
We asked the TSA those questions, but got no answers.
The key word here is reasonable, and they've gone off the track. They're not reasonable.
The TSA did not answer our questions on the Angone and Perry cases, but the agency has announced that soon passengers who set off an alarm that cannot be resolved will have a choice: agree to a physical pat-down or what some believe is an even worse invasion of privacy. Soon, O'Hare will get its first advanced digital X-ray machine. It allows TSA agents to see through clothes and discover any hidden weapons. Critics liken it to a virtual strip search. A TSA spokesman said that out of 2 billion passengers screened since 9/11, there's only been 110,000 complaints. As a result of the nipple ring case, the TSA did change its procedures regarding body piercings. Robin Ann.